Otherwise on SAfm.
Now, the Institute for Justice and Reconciliation is launching its third season of films focusing on youth and identity in South Africa. Joining me on the phone is the senior project leader for the African Identities films, Nosindiso Mtimkulu. Hello, Nosindiso.
Hello, Sister Georgia.
Welcome, and thank you for availing yourself today. I must apologize for yesterday.
Okay.
Wow, wasn't it gorgeous meeting Anthony Hamilton? Seeing him at least.
Okay, now I forgive you, I understand.
Now, today you launching the third season of the film's African Identities, Shades of Belonging, and this project offers honest and thought-provoking insight, you say, into a variety of issues that young people in South Africa are confronted with in their personal lives and communities. What have we learned from the first two? That much,
well, yeah.
That much,
yes. You see, young people have a lot to say. They just need platforms and to be given opportunities to express themselves on issues that are pertaining to their lives and their role in the future of South Africa. So, season 1, we had South Africans and their foreign nationals talking about, especially after the xenophobic attacks, talking about what it means to be an African. Not just a South African, to be an African. What makes one an African actually? Is it because you're born in Africa or religion or etc. etc.? And season 2, we focused on white young South Africans. Do they feel that they belong in South Africa or in Africa? Do they classify themselves as African? And do they feel that they have a role to play in the future of South Africa? So you can imagine a lot of themes come out. People talking about the past and people moving on and economic problems and identity crises. A lot of things come up in between season 1 and season 2. So that's why we are still continuing, and this year we're doing season 3, which focuses on ethnic minorities. But
ethnic minorities being people who are not born in South Africa but are living in South Africa.
Actually, we chose the ones who are born in South Africa, but they have dual citizenship.
Such as
an Italian-born South African, a Greek-born South African, a Chinese-born South African. And we have also Portuguese-born South African, an Indian South African, and a Scottish-born South African.
But what issues are they grappling with? I mean, what stands out as a common thread, with all these young people, be they white or black or even minorities?
You know what's the shadow? Actually, it's the fact that people see themselves as human beings and African. It does not matter what color you are or where you are coming from, but we are all human beings and we are all African if we're living in this continent. And young people want to be acknowledged that they have a role, because we have this tendency of saying, oh yeah, I know, it's young people. Oh yeah, it's young people. But actually they do feel that they have a role to play in the future of shaping the country, and they have ideas of how they can go about it. Yeah.
Now, who should come and see these films, or who should see them? For instance, today's is the third one. If somebody hasn't seen the first two, can they still get the issues that are being spoken about?
Yes, no, definitely, because each season is different. Like I said, we focus on specific themes. Like the first one was about black South Africans and their African counterparts, and then season 2 was just mainly white South Africans. But season 3 is the dual citizenship, like the minorities. So even if you only see season 3, you will understand. Because for an example, we have one of them who's a Chinese-born South African, and she talks about the fact that people look at her and they think she stepped out of a plane from China, and she was born in South Africa. Her parents were born in South Africa. And, but people just kind of treat her, because she's Chinese, they just expect her that she's not from South Africa, and she speaks Xhosa actually, and Afrikaans.
In this season?
In season 3, yes.
Wow.
So things like that because we tend to classify people, and they are the youth, they are our future, and they belong in South Africa, and they feel that they really have a strong role to play in shaping the country, and it does not matter where they come from, they are South African. So
how did you find them? How did you source these people?
Oh, it's a struggle. We've advertised. First and foremost, we advertise on our website, IGR website, and then we also talk to youth organizations, universities, and other NGOs, and also just by word of mouth also. Yes, because not everyone wants to tell their whole life story on camera. or issues that they're dealing with, because sometimes issues are quite deep that they're dealing with. So not everyone is comfortable telling the whole world, because we screen these films in communities and we submit them to film festivals after that. So if you do it, your life is going to be out there. Yes.
You know, this is very interesting, because later on I'm talking to the Activate group, youth group, and who are also having dialogues with young people. But what happens after these films? I mean, does the discussion continue, or does it end with the films? I mean, for those people that really don't want to go on camera, that don't want to be part of the film, where can they find the platform to discuss these issues?
Okay, so what we do is we make the films, and then they are available free of charge. You just contact IGR and we'll get a copy for yourself to use to start a conversation. We try to distribute them to universities, to schools, to libraries nationally, so people can have access to them, because they are really a good tool to start a dialogue. If anyone wants to start a dialogue wherever they are, they can just screen the film, and you'll be amazed at what people see in the film and what they learn after watching the films. And for me personally, if someone watches the film and they come back and they're like, wow, I didn't know that about those people, kind of like that. For me, that my job is done, because it's about educating people and motivating other people, and just showing people that we are all the same. We all have issues. They might be different, the issues, but we identify with some of the issues from other races. So if someone wants to have a copy, they can contact IGR and check on our website. Our details are there, or they check the national libraries. We distribute them there, and universities, and we also always have community screenings in different locations. So people must just keep checking our website; they will know where we are.
Now, do other departments like social development and other related departments, do they participate in this? Because I think it's an important social tool to have. Do you work with any other government organizations or government departments?
That will be the ultimate study. If we're going to have social development and other governmental departments involved. But we have been working with the Department of Arts and Culture, and recently we've got the Department of Basic Education also involved. At a very higher level, but we are, trickling down to, so that we can get to schools also. But personally, as a senior project leader, I go to schools, well, of course, on invitation. I go to specific schools that invite us to go and screen the films, and we decide with the teachers or the principal which films they would like to use in their schools. But we do that, but it will be nice if we can have the other departments also coming on board. I mean, the project is only 4 years old now, so hopefully other people will come on board soon.
Now, I think it's a good thing you're doing it for young people, but I also think there's room for this kind of dialogue with adults.
Yes, no, I agree with you. It's that the Institute for Justice and Reconciliation has different programs and different projects. So in all our programs and our projects, we also try to use the films in different places where we work. Some other people, I work with the youth, but other projects work with older people. So they use the films also. And other people work in different countries, like they work in Sudan and in Zimbabwe. And sometimes they use the films also to start the dialogue where they work.
Yeah. So tell us about today, and you show these films, I take it, around the country, although today's is happening in Cape Town.
Yes, because today is the first time we are screening them. It's the launch of the films, and we always invite all the participants from the different seasons, season 1 and season 2, to come and participate when we launch, and we invite other people to come and see. We launch them, and then after that we start going outside to screen them.
So today is at the Sports Science Institute of South Africa?
Yes.
On
in
Newlands in Cape Town, and it starts at 6 o'clock, eh?
Doors open at quarter to 6, and we start strictly at 6 o'clock.
And anybody can attend. Anybody
can attend. Yes, anybody can attend.
Okay, and do you have room big enough? Because when you say everybody can attend, you may be oversubscribed.
Big, but we can make, if more people come, there's no problem. They're always welcome. We'll make a plan. It will be nice to have a room full of people, because,
your job would be done very nicely then.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Is there a contact number where people can make more further inquiries about the programs?
Yes, they can call me directly on 021 763 7174.
7174. And is there a website?
It's www.ijr.org.za.
.org.za. But I think we have some callers for you. Yes, Carol, who's in the Western Cape. Hello, Carol.
Hi, hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
I'm absolutely astounded. I think this lady has done wonderful work, and I have a big frustration. That's why I'm ringing in.
Okay.
Look, I'm an older person. I live in a village. I don't go into the cities. So I'm not going to get to the movies, cinemas. I don't have a website, and I'm fascinated because I'd love to learn more about all of these interviews and the views that have been expressed by these people who were born abroad. I really wish this could be brought to a wider audience, e.g. through television. Let everybody see it in their living rooms. Let South Africans dialogue and engage in this, because it's stunningly interesting. And people have a right, born elsewhere, who live here, to express the fact that they feel they belong here. I think it's a wonderful job you're doing, and good luck. Thank you.
No, don't go away. Don't go away, Carol.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
Nosindiso,
Yes,
what would you advise Carol to do?
Thank you so much, first of all, for her comment.
Pleasure.
You know, we do actually, if people invite us and they say come to our community and screen them, then I will personally come and do that. So she can email me on my email or she can call us and you know, and then we can arrange a meeting and talk about how we can come to where she is. And the thing about she's talking about SAPC, it's a work in progress. Mm-hmm. But also you must understand that they are privately funded, so we have to talk to our funders and see if we can, you know, and you know how SAPC is. There are logistics involved and monetary things involved, but we are hoping that one day we'll get our films on national television.
But you also suggested that you could send a copy to,
Yes.
you know, I'm suggesting, Carol, here that maybe you acquire a copy and gather people around you,
Yes.
and invite them to come and see it with you and have that conversation.
Yes.
Hey, Carol?
Hello, yes, that sounds fabulous. Listen, could you give me the lady's phone number again, please?
It's 021
Yep.
763
763, that's Cape Town.
7174.
7174, and it's in Cidiso.
No, Cindy. So
Cindy.
you can call her Cindy. Yes.
That's easier. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, look, I'm very interested, but I really do think you should get beyond the problems of space and time. Get it and make the SABC do this, man. This is a dialogue.
Well, we'll do our best.
This is relevant, man, for our country.
Well, how do you feel? How would you answer those questions, Carol?
So how would I answer them?
Yeah, how would you answer the question of, do you feel like you belong to South
Yes, look,
Africa?
of course I do. That's why I'm ringing in. I've actually spoken not to the lady who has the morning program before.
Okay.
About how it feels to be a South African. But the thing is, I'm of British blood, but I was born second generation South African. I have lived abroad. I've visited Scotland and Ireland, where my forebears came from, and England, but I belong here. And I tell you, having been abroad for 10 years in my younger years, coming home, you have this passion. You have the passion for the land. You understand that it's in your roots. It's in your genes. And we need to dialogue. I mean, I was interested here about the Chinese lady. Well, she's not. She's South African. She can speak
Yes.
Xhosa, for heaven's sake.
Yes.
I can't do that.
Yes. Yes.
So bless them. I mean, all these people, we belong here. We belong together. We're
And I
human,
think-
as Cindy was saying. We're human.
And I think it's an important conversation for young people as
Yes.
well.
And it leads tolerance, Shadow.
Yeah.
We need tolerance. We need to belong together.
Fantastic, Carol. Thank you so
Okay,
much for your
bye-bye.
call. And I hope you do gather people in your community to go and see it. Nosindiso, absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, and we wish you all the best. And if you do get them broadcast at any point, and if we can help have that conversation with you and assist in spreading the word, then we're here. That's
okay,
what we do.
thank you so much, Ms. Shadow. I'll make sure that I use that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Now, those numbers again, 021 763 7174. Website is ijr.org.za. And she's not Cindy, so, but otherwise is happy to be called Cindy. Coming up, we